In the library, we are often asked how to reference the sources people have used in their work. So this series will take you through the basics of referencing commonly used sources. This week, we will look at how to reference a website. The reference for a website should look like this. The first piece of information should be the author of the information, so who produced it. This could be an individual or a corporate author or publishing organisation, which means the corporate body or the organisation who as a whole is responsible for the information on that site. In this case, our author is the NHS. You will then need the date that the site was published or last updated presented in round brackets. Next, you will need the title of the web page presented in italics, and this should be followed by a full stop. After that, you will need the complete URL from which you access the information. You should start this part of the reference with the phrase "available at". Finally, you need to highlight the date on which you looked at the information or accessed it. Introduce this with the phrase "accessed", followed by a colon, and then the date you personally looked at the site. This should then be enclosed in round brackets. So now, let's look at where we will find all of this information. So now we need to look at where we would find the information to produce a correct reference for this web page. First of all, we would need the author, and if we look at the top of the page, we can see this is the NHS. NHS is an acronym, which is a word or name created by the first letters or sometimes syllables of its component parts. So NHS, National Health Service. Another example of this would be the BBC, the British Broadcasting Corporation. The NHS is a widely known and accepted term, so it would be acceptable to put this into your reference list. However, if you come across an acronym which you do not think will be commonly known, it is good practice to write it out in full in your reference list. The next piece of information that we would need is the date the information was published or updated. This is not visible at the top of the page, but if we scroll to the bottom, we can see the date that the page was last reviewed and updated is 2016, so this would go next in our reference list in brackets. We then go back to the top of the page to find out its title. In this case it is vaccinations, which would appear in our reference list in italics. We then need to find the full URL, which we'll see in the top left, and this is the address which the information can be found at. And finally, we would need to put when we personally accessed the information. And in this case, we are saying the 1st of February 2018. For further help and information about the Harvard referencing system, please visit one of our libraries and collect a concise or detailed guide to Harvard referencing. Furthermore, for extensive information about unusual sources, you may take out a copy of Cite Them Right, which is available at all of our campus libraries. Look out as well for further videos on how to reference sources.